I guess I'm one of those average intelligent ranchers, but I'm just wondering, how do we, I guess the bigger picture of the whole thing is you know, what's the population of Wyoming? 500,000 people? What's the population of Montana? 1 million? How do you cram wolves in an area that has 6 million people? I know Delia says we have 70% of the land is public land.
On the west slope.
On the west slope. But we have smaller wilderness areas, smaller actual areas of less, you know, human impact. I just see that as a big problem to get over in bringing in a large carnivore like that. I mean, we have carnivores, we have mountain lions, we have bears, we have coyotes. We're able to deal with them on a fairly good basis. Now, we still have issues, and I would encourage all of you to go and find a progressive rancher, young guy, talk with them, get on their ranch, go riding with them, and look at the land. I can show you beavers, I can show you willows, I can show you some great landscapes on some really cool country. And I would encourage you to look me up and find that, but I see an issue with trying to cram wolves with so many people. I mean, we're the problem. I hate to say it, but I guess I'll aim that at John on the right. Or how do you do that?
Sure. Well, a couple of things. I don't want to go on for too long, but I'd love to talk to you. I actually work with ranchers probably more than anybody. Well, tribes and ranchers. And we've worked incredibly well with many, many ranchers in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming primarily. And we look forward to working more in Colorado. In fact, we're looking to try to replicate some of the work we've done elsewhere for the predators that are currently on the landscape in Colorado, because there are losses of livestock, sheep and cattle, to coyotes, mountain lions, black bears. So there's a lot of lessons learned from attempts elsewhere to reduce those losses, not just wolves. But anyway, back mainly to your point, well, and I just want to say, ranchers provide an incredible amount of conservation value all across the West, and that is not lost on us. Many of the ranchers we work with are absolutely inspiring. In Montana, there's a whole group of ranchers in the Tom Miner Basin, north of Yellowstone. They have 2 wolf packs on their land and probably 30 plus grizzly bears in the fall in their valley. And they are raising cattle with fewer losses than they used to have. Because of some of the techniques they're doing. It's just amazing and inspiring. And they are now teaching ranchers from all over the West who are coming there to learn what they're doing and take that knowledge back to where they live. So it's just, it's incredible. And you don't hear these stories enough, sadly. I want to help share those stories a lot more. Anyway, back to the people issue. You know, really, wolves, as long as they have abundant prey and they're not killed by people, they will thrive and they avoid humans. They just do. We don't know why, they just really do. They'd be easier to live with, to be honest, than a lot of other species out there. I mean, I'm way more afraid of a moose than I am a wolf. But wolves are being restored in Europe. Within a few miles of millions and millions of people. Wolves, I really just, there may be some, we need to be honest here, there may be some conflicts with some issues. Probably a few pets will be taken by wolves if the pets are out of sight of a human. There will be some, not a lot, but there will be some, because they do see them as competition. There will be some livestock losses, as Delia explained earlier. We can try to reduce them, but there will be some. So there are some downsides, but they're small, and but wolves have proven in many places. I mean, look at the Great Lakes states with 4,000 plus wolves within proximity of far more people than in Colorado. So I just don't see that as a hurdle. But there are issues we need to work on. I don't want to minimize them, but I really, personally, I don't see the evidence for that one.
I think we're going to take one more question from this lady over here, and I'm going to...
It's kind of a critique that I'd like to point out. You say, quite rightly, that wolves do cull the sick, the infirm, etc. One thing that is missing is you haven't pointed out that it improves the elk herd, genetically speaking. On the other hand, a good hunter takes what he needs for his family, for food, etc. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but those that are trophy hunters quite often take the biggest and the best, and that depletes the genetic makeup of the herd that they are so interested in. So there is a balance there. It's not just that the wolves take what's sick, but